on, everybody? Welcome back to the Malacraft shop. Thanks for showing up again. Today, I'm gonna do some pretty scary stuff on the board. I've already done some scary stuff, but I'm gonna kind of go over with you what I did to, that makes it so scary. I'm sure you've seen in some of the other videos, the front of the board up here was kind of unfinished, and chunky looking, looked like maybe some pieces were broken out. Some pieces were broken out. I left them like that on purpose because in mind the whole time I knew that I was going to like fabricate or I guess form a tip for this board out of hardwood. I used the balsa on the sides, to build it up. That's gonna be fiberglass. That's gonna be all good. But the tip of the board, which is actually, probably more than likely going to see some impact throughout the life of the board, I wanted to just make it out of hardwood. We're never gonna have any worries with it. So let's go over that. To start, I had to, you'll notice, flush cut the front of the board. To do that, to make a good cut that I'm gonna be able to glue to, I wanted to make sure that that cut was square to the center line of the board. Very, very important, because if you don't do that, then when you glue the tip on the front of the board, you're gonna see, whatever way it's off to. It's gonna be very obvious. So this part, you want tits perfect, or else just don't bother. It's gross. Anyway, so if you remember, on the underside of the board, I had that one strip that was perfectly straight that we started at the first of the video. There's a reason I did that, so I would always have a center line for this board, even after I broke it off of the strong back. So fast forward to today, I used that center line on the back side of the board with my framing square to square up the guide or track for my track saw. This way, I knew I was getting a perfectly square cut, and there's, track saw is used for what a track saw is needed for. You get a perfectly straight cut with no variation that's basically glue up ready after you're done sawing it. So I really couldn't get a good angle. Just making the cut and trying to get it on film. I'm only one person, of course. I don't have anybody to film yet. Unless you want to come film for me for free until we start making millions of dollars. Ha! No, okay. Anyway, I couldn't get a good angle, so I just wanted to give you close-ups of after the cut, explain how the cut was made. You can figure it out from there. So yeah, I'm gonna come grab the camera, give some close-ups. We'll run around the edges, maybe talk about that a little bit. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to glue up for the tip of the board. As far as everything else is gone, I'm liking the design so far. I love how it turned out. I think the tip is going to turn out really good as well. Yeah, so unless you guys have some super cool ideas, you can always throw in the comments and maybe a little subscribe and like. Let's get popular and millions of dollars. Somebody could be a cameraman. Who knows, if I made enough, they could make a lot of money too. Oh, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's grab the camera here. Come give you a close-up shot. Yeah, I know. Now you can see all the imperfections in the board, which there will be, as with any woodwork. There we go. But those all get finished up with finished work, as you know. Here's the true test. Let's put a straight edge on here. Look at that. It's a glue ready joint. I love it. I love it. The track saws do come in handy. They're ridiculously expensive, for just having another skill saw that all it does is sit in a box, but they are handy. Just giving you a close up. Might as well. I love my little detail here in the back. That little kind of like boat tail shape to it. Looks good. I even like how the laminations right there turned out. It's kind of cool. They're not perfect. you know, but they both kind of get that little curvy sag to them. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Coming over to the other side. All this sanded up really nicely. I'm very happy with how this is ending up. Just goes to show you, you can do it if you want. It's not like I'm a woodworker, you know, or anything. I'm a stupid mechanic. But, you know, if you got the time and got the want, you can always get the know-how. So, check that shit out. She's gonna be a beaut. Anyway, the other day I had tried this piece, and you can see I kind of book matched them to get that grain shine in there. I was gonna use this piece, but as you can see right here, it's not thick enough. I thought it was going to be. I glued it up really quick, and then, you know, took it off the clamps, put it on the board, and realized it was not thick enough, and that would have been super sweet. But it's okay. I can use that for something else. Maybe that will be a tip of an oar these days, or I don't know. There's different style boards. One of them may have a thinner board tip. Yeah, I don't know. We'll be able to use that for something. That's a good one. Anyway, here's the new blocks I cut up. They're a little bit thicker. I'm gonna book match these as well. You can see I kept them in order as I cut them. I'd already run these through the planer on all four sides, so everything is, you know, everything's nice and even, ready to glue. I just gotta, you know, arrange them in whatever pattern. So, I don't know. Let's kind of play with that really quick. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do this on the camera, or while holding the camera. Let's see. Let's get these guys separated. See if I can do this really quick. How about that? Perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see what we've got to work with here. I like the difference in the grain color right there. The other side is kind of just plain, plain grain. And this one is all just kind of one color. So maybe let's try something like this. Like so. With these in between. And if we don't like that, we'll take these back out. What about that? Once that gets some varnish on it, that could look pretty good. I kind of almost like that. Let's see. Let's do it without these guys really quick. The in-betweens. Let's see. Ooh, see, I kind of like that too. But I should go like this and run the dark together. Run the light together, and run the dark together. And then let's see, I'm gonna need to swap. Okay, stay with me, because on this side, I don't know if you noticed, check this out. As we get closer over here, the white section gets wider and it gets narrower over here. So let's try this really quick. Leave those there, pull these out, and let's go here, stay with me, and here, okay, like that. What are we doing there, okay? And then like this. What do you think about that? That might be it. I kind of like that. And then I have to be whiter than this piece. So do I do some like chocolate on the edges? Maybe I should, yeah, because these pieces are gonna turn out nice and dark. Look at those two pieces right there. Those kind of look good. Those could be our bookends. Okay, let's see. I think we need to do some more swapping around. Let's try. Let's see, this one and this one are kind of uneven. So let's go here and here. Maybe like this. How does that look? Oh. Can't be dropping the pieces all over the place. Let's see. What if I go that one is almost too much, so it needs to be okay. Maybe I figured it out. Let's do this. What is going wrong here? What am I doing? Is that where I was screwing it up right there? Is that what it was? Maybe it was that. Okay. This is still looking weird to me. There we go. Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay. You guys are probably like, holy cow, this guy is crazy. Okay, there we go. Look at that, boom. I like it. That's it. Sometimes it just takes a minute, you know, just get that grain rearranged. I think that's gonna be a good tip to the board. Let's, I'm gonna move the camera over there really quick and we'll get a little look at it. Let's check this out. Okay. Put this right here. Yeah, see? That brown in the middle right there almost lines up. Look at that. Okay. It's gonna be good. Yeah, that's the tip to the board right there. Check that out. Super sweet. All right, guys. Let's get this thing back over here. Anyway, that's basically it for now. We got the tip of the board cut off. I'll be gluing up those pieces today. Gonna do some more sanding on this thing. I've got the whole board now to 120. So today I'm gonna hit it with 180, 220, and hopefully get to 320. I don't know if I have enough hours left, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna get the edges smoothed up, and then hopefully this afternoon, I would like to, I'm gonna get a pre-coat, if you will. I'm gonna get some on the balsa right here just to stiffen it up and make it rigid. So, you know, cause I will be moving around this for a couple more days while I'm getting it glassed up and everything. I might possibly be bumping into the edges right here, and I don't wanna dent this balsa because, I mean, it's literally as soft as foam, guys. If you've never worked with it, you're in for a treat. It's very, very awesome for shaping. And like I said earlier, once you glass over the top of it, it turns into a rock. So it's cool stuff. If the color and the grain pattern works out for you, it's a great wood to use. I think that's it for today. Yeah, really appreciate you guys stopping back by and checking out the video. We'll see you next time. Let's go build some shit.